So I really wanted to title this video, Me Not Grow No Man. But then I remembered that I have international viewers who want to appreciate the type of content that I put out.
I'm a God girl, that's who I be. From the top of my head to the soles of my feet. No.
So I hear this from time to time. I'm not lowering my standards. I have some expectations and people have to be able to meet it. The guy has to be able to meet it. And let me tell you something, it's good. It's good to have standards, it's good to have a list. And I'll tell you every day, write a list, but always write on your list your non-negotiables and your negotiables. It's good to have negotiables because me not raise no man. But it's okay to help them grow because you help each other grow in a relationship. I think it's time for us to recognize that there are some good people out there, and I know the guys, especially the few who are in the church, they maybe give me a pat on my back for this one, but sometimes we're looking at the wrong things, and the things that are on our non-negotiable list are not things that are there to build character. The point here is that there are certain things that you'll be able to help someone to grow. So it's not about growing a man, raising a man. It's about one, understanding that people are cultured differently. People are socialized differently. And I always tell the story about some of my male friends who will come to me and they'll say, Zara, I'm going to a function next week. I have no idea what to wear. You know, they don't have a sister, or they don't have a mother who's into fashion, or they just weren't raised. A lot of guys don't care about what they wear. When you see them look nice, sometimes people put them together. Some of them don't care. Some people care, and I think it's getting more important nowadays since social media and fashion for men has been a big thing. But sometimes you have to help them out, right? And I've seen a difference in a different type of haircut versus a regular haircut. There are small things that you can do in your capacity as a friend or in your capacity as a girlfriend to help someone's image, because people are cultured and socialized differently. Second thing, different relationships produce different examples. So the person who you might see around church or around your community, he might not seem like the sweetest cat in relation to how he approaches you or in relation to how he approaches other girls, but maybe it's because he just doesn't know or doesn't understand how to act within the context of a relationship. His parents never showed him that example. His uncles, aunts never showed him that example. And because of that, he just doesn't know how to function. I'm not saying so you must go play Coach 101. What I'm saying is that you need to be open enough to understand that we need to take these things into consideration. Because if it's just one little flaw, and help people grow into their best self. And when I mean growing into your best self, I don't mean a lot of forgiveness because he cheated, or a lot of forgiveness because he's mentally, physically abusive. I don't mean that you must sit down in a relationship unhappy if somebody is not trying to make progress to treat you better. That's not what I'm talking about, and I don't want you to even misunderstand the concept, because that's not cute. No, not around here. But a lot of married women and a lot of maybe women in longer relationships, courtships, can tell you that it never started off that way. It never started off easy. He wasn't like this in the beginning. And let me give you an example. So I'm very, 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 very proud of this analogy. I came up with it all by myself. Yes. So think about a phone. I have a good phone. You have a good phone. I have an iPhone, let's say in my dreams 11, and you have an iPhone, whatever, in your 11. We both have the same phone, good qualities. The phone has extremely good features, standard of the phone, built on a solid foundation. However, how I decide to customize my phone is different from how you decide to customize your phone. So I put mine in a nice case that suits my character, that suits my personality. I put a screensaver, I go on with a bag of things, I put the apps in groups and whatever, and I customize that phone. My phone will look different from yours, but they're still two good phones. And it's the same way with relationship. Quick story time. So earlier on in my current relationship, I'm a hopeless romantic, very lovey-dovey, very mushy. That's me. I sit down and watch Hallmark movies. I know how they'll end, but I watch them anyways, and I always cry because that's just my personality. Now, my boyfriend, he's very different. You know, he's not as mushy as I am, and I just couldn't understand it. It just never worked for me. I was quarreling all the time. I was like, you don't love me. I don't no. You know, being a drama queen and everything, because I wasn't feeling that love. But then eventually, when you start to understand the other person's love language and you learn how to deal with that love language, then it reciprocates, and now you know how to speak to that person, and now you know how to offer love to that person, right? Follow me. Before, he never understood. He was a good phone, good qualities, non-negotiables, built on a solid foundation, but he wasn't customized. Why am I sound like I'm not talking to you guys like you're dummies or whatever? I was also a good phone, built on a solid foundation, good qualities, but I wasn't customized for him. Now, when you put two people together, then you customize each other. But through it all, this growth, this customization process comes with effort and wanting to grow. So that's where it gets important, and that's where it gets tricky, because some men don't want a guidance. Them think them know it all. Them don't want to read no book. Them don't want to go to a conference. Them don't want to watch nothing. So because they don't want to grow and they think that they're okay, then that's where the problem comes in. And that's where the concept of me not raising no man comes in, because it turns out to be that you pushing, you making effort, and you're not getting any results. Thirdly, sometimes you don't know what you want. You just badman people and you think you want something, but you don't know what you want. You haven't reached that place where you understand what you like and what you don't like. So because of that, you don't know what to look for. And then you find yourself in a rut, just looking at that relationship over there and that relationship over there, and you say, boy, I don't want that. Oh, I want to. If it's not that, I don't want it. Oh, me and somebody's son, but you don't know which one of those representations you want. And that's it for this video. I really hope it provided some sort of insight. I really hope it helped you for your journey going forward as we try to live our best life and walk in our purpose.